Hi, my name is Teresa Valentino, and I have a DIY mental health survivor blog where I share some of the savvy for survival that I've generated over the years, the tools and tips and tricks that I've learned to keep myself afloat with my severe PTSD. And today, that's actually something that I'd like to share with you guys is what it feels like to be dying of PTSD. Because today I really don't feel like I'm living with PTSD. I feel like I'm actually dying of it. So what happened the other, I share a lot of things with you guys about, my moments of clarity and my moments of strength, but I do want to keep it 100% real that I think I have another major medical problem brewing, I guess. And I went to the emergency room the other night and they didn't see anything, but here, I'll show you. It looks kind of weird now again. Those two purple blood vessels at the bottom of my tongue the other night were just enormously engorged. Like, I went to brush my teeth and I noticed that my tongue had retained the shape of my teeth along the side, like it was wavy on both sides. And I thought, that's odd. I've never seen that before. And then it went away, and then I pressed it against my teeth and it pitted again. And that's like, if you see that on someone's feet, where you can press the finger down and it makes a dent and then that dent will actually stay for a minute, that's called pitting edema. And so that's not good at all. Pitting edema is a sign of a circulatory problem. And then there's all kinds of stuff that can go wrong in the esophageal tract and stuff. And I just got freaked out because I saw these two giant purple veins under my tongue, like bulging like they were going to burst, and it's never looked like that before. I mean, this right now looks at maybe like 20 to 30% of how prominent they were. They were just huge. So it scared the shit out of me, I'll be perfectly honest. I was not prepared for that, and I can tell you that a lot of times dead people have weirdly swollen or distended tongues, and it did some bad things to my PTSD. But I'm at a state of affairs now where I'm able to do good enough self-advocacy that I just got up and put my clothes back on because I was trying to lay down and go to sleep after my shower. But I realized that I maybe have a very serious internal hypertension problem, so I need to go report to an emergency room because all the urgent cares are closed. So I walked over to the emergency room and they were kind of looking at me like I was a little nuts because the way my tongue looks right now is pretty normal, and it looked even better than this when I got home from the emergency. So something happened there just for a couple of minutes and it freaked me all the way out. But while I was waiting, I was having all kinds of symptoms. Like, I was having vertigo. I basically have been having like an extended anxiety attack ever since then, even though I've been able to keep my wits about me because I have such good resilience skills, like the breathing exercises that I share with you guys on this channel and some of the other things. Those are just ongoing, constant, the gratitude and the breathing. I just go breathing and gratitude and breathing and gratitude, and that's just all I can do. But this has just got me kind of freaked out. Like, I can't focus today. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a fucked up day today where I'm really anxious and restless. I cannot focus. I would love to go to a swimming pool, but I don't have the money for it right now. And I'm just kind of breathing my way through it. I realized today that if I do have some major internal medical situation, I'm not entirely motivated to fight it. Like, I'm really on the fence about whether I would fight for my life and do everything I can possibly do to recuperate and reclaim my health, or whether I would just be, frankly, kind of relieved. Because the thing that makes me not want to live in the world anymore is how shitty things are, and how, just like on an energetic level, people are really horrible. You know what I mean? The amount of cruelty and lying and nonsense and money grabbing and bullshit that goes on among people, and just the way every portion of our society is kind of corrupt and horrible from my viewpoint. Like, I don't know. I'm not like thumbing through the Sylvia Plath cookbook anymore, but I'm not sure that my art projects that I'd like to do are really so worth the amount of bullshit that I have to put up with and how exhausted I feel in my bones, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to die. I'd rather live. I'm not, like, you know, I'd rather be alive than dead, you know what I mean? But it's really a challenge for me just to put one foot in front of the other and keep getting out of bed each day. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, there's plenty of days when I can't even get out of bed, you know what I mean? So, you know, that to me doesn't necessarily feel always worthwhile. You know, I realized a few things about myself and about my karma and what it means to be a person who is just born a scapegoat, a person who is just used as a fucking prop for crazy people from pretty much the first day of their life. And like why it's so hard to fit in. Sandy wrote to me about, she said something about her mom, her crazy ass mom, and the abuse that she experienced, and what she said was so true for me too. It's like when your mom decides that you're going to be invisible, it's really hard to get the rest of the world to start seeing you on their radars. I don't know what it is, what these people do to program you to be like wallpaper, shit underfoot, just something nobody even cares about. But it's really hard to get out from under it, even when you know, I've been working at this stuff for like 25 years. You know what I mean? More than almost 30 years now. This is what I'm saying, folks. This kind of stuff, like, it's hard, and you have to keep on it. Like, it's not... Gratitude is the best way to motivate. So basically, the best thing that I can tell you, like today, as I told you, I'm having a bad day. I don't feel good. I'm having basically a prolonged anxiety attack that I'm just having to walk it down, ride it out. So I'm drinking a lot of water, and I'm not freaking out about the fact that I can't accomplish very much. That's the best thing you can do, is just don't stroke out about stuff if you're not able to do things, if things don't go the way you want them to. I practiced last night at the emergency room, and while I was, you know, came back home, and I was just super anxious about stuff, you know, because it just, I don't know how to explain it. It was so bad seeing some freakish shit in my mouth that I've seen in the mouths of dead people, you know what I mean? And I'm not that anchored to it anyway, so it's kind of spooky for me, but just don't judge yourself. Just have your experience, just have your process. And I practiced the horse and rider analogy that I gave to Sandy the other day. Like, if I do have some major medical condition that's going to kill me, then, you know, then that's how it is. That's what my higher self wants from me. I will wait and see. It'll probably turn out to be nothing, or just some shit that I have to fix by losing weight or whatever. So I just want to take a little minute and mention too, like, today, like I said, I don't feel like I'm living with PTSD. I feel like I'm dying of it. And actually, I feel like that way most of the time. It's like a struggling against my own death, as opposed to, you know, floating through my life. So I know that that's how it looks when you are seeing things through the eyes of your abusers, through the people who saw your life as something they could easily squander. But on an emotional level, that's just where I'm at right now. So it's kind of weird to feel like I don't actually care if I live or die. You know what I mean? Like, I'll deal with it either way, and I'm not invested. Like, I'm just gonna roll with the changes, and I'm gonna see what happens. So if I am gonna continue to live, though, I'm not putting up with any bullshit. That's all it is. People fuck with me, mistreat me, lie to me, whatever the fuck they do, that's great. But if they make me uncomfortable, nowadays I make them uncomfortable too, because I just can't do this anymore, where I'm nice to people all the time and they just throw shit at me because they're messed up. Can't do it anymore. So just take your good days with your bad days, do your breathing, do your gratitude, and do your therapy. I made a video the other day called Why You Need Therapy, and I watched it again today. Even though that sucker is only 2 minutes long, I'm just rambling and I didn't get to the fucking point whatsoever. So I'm going to go over that again today and make a nice little brief, you must do therapy. Please, folks, get into therapy. If I wasn't in therapy, I'd have been dead a long fucking time ago. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see my therapist on Tuesday, and I'm hoping that this will pass by then. These just foul moods that I get into, where it's just simply not worth the effort to do anything. Like, I just want to wash my hands and rest forever. But, you know, I know that it passes, and you just keep breathing and you just go through it. do what you can, do what you gotta do, and let the rest roll. All right, so I appreciate having somebody that I can share this with, because I know I'm not the only person that has these kind of good days and bad days. And so if you're having a bad day, just know that you're not alone. Happens to all of us. All right, check out my blog at teresavalentino.com, and bear with me while I make another video more clear and concise about why you need to be in therapy. But honestly, folks, please be in therapy, even if you're doing kind of okay. Like, you just deserve this for yourself. If you're gonna be alive, you should be healthy and happy, you know? So check me out, teresavalentino.com. I would love to hear from you below in the comment section. Please rate, comment, like, whatever. And I'd love to hear about your good days and bad days. Thanks.